So, welcome to Vlogmas, day 23. And I think I'm going to do a quick my year in review. Oh, look, this one's off. This is going to be a quick one because look how much of it is together. Year in review. I had the same job all year. I had no changes to my family as far as like deaths or anything like that. Although my sister did move from California to Maine and is now within striking distance. Although she's still, I know this probably sounds really weird, does not know where I live. Let's see. I have, did I say I have the same job all year? I'm probably going to say that 5 times, right? I had 5 cats this year. I had Percy, who moved in back in with my son. He wanted him back. Poppy, who's with me now. Perry and Pansy, both died. Perry died in March. Pansy died in January. And now I have Lucy, 5 cats. Same job. I said that, right? That's going to be the running joke. Let's see what else. Oh, how about the reading challenge? I started making videos the whole year. So let me do a quick rundown if I can even. Hello, cat. Here comes Poppy. Reading challenge. Let's go. I'll read them real quick what I read this year. This is not everything I read this year. This is what I read as part of the reading challenge this year. And all of the prompts. And you're probably really going to hate hearing this, but whatever. I'm trying to do, you know, a video just to get something out so I can finish up this holiday season. Because I still have so many things I need to get done this year. Anyway, okay. Prompts are: the title starts with an I, Into the Sublime. A book with a dedication, Stumbling on Happiness. A book about secrets, The Summer Place. This is wild. I didn't, like, I'm going, oh yeah, I remember these books. These are from, like, the beginning of the year, so this is kind of funny. Set in a war, but not World War I or World War II. Blood Meridian. Oh my gosh, what a book. Has, oh wait, nope, that one I changed. Features mythology. Hokula Road. Hawaiian mythology. Okay, that's what I did in my first book. I actually keep these books all year. I went through 3 of them this year. It's crazy. Anyway, oh shoot, I've got all these. Okay, a book with a dedication is Stumbling on Happiness. Featuring an inheritance, The Westing Game. I've actually been trying to read that book for literally years. That was, I think that 2nd grade, my son got a copy of that book. And I never actually read it and finally did. A title starts with G, The Golden Couple. Title starts with H, How to Sell a Haunted House. That was a cute story. That was kind of wild. It had a, it was, yeah. Anyway, yeah. It was better and scarier than I thought it was going to be. And I have to consider that a positive review, even though I'm not giving reviews to this. Let's see. A dystopian book. The Girl with All the Gifts. A high fantasy. Howl's Moving Castle, which I had never heard of, but apparently that's like a big deal book that lots and lots of people know about and have read. I don't think that actually fits there. No. A survival story, The Violence. I'm sure I made reviews about this. This is one of the ones that was all very, very much like pandemic stories. A book about siblings. Signs preceding the ends of the world. A secondhand book. book called The Love Hypothesis. Oh yeah, that was a ridiculous book. A Bozzy positive message. Then everything happens all at once. Another pandemic story. Wow. And you know what's really wild is that I was reading those at the beginning of the year and then basically stopped. And I don't know. I don't know that I'm not finding them anymore, that they don't really exist anymore. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, a fashionable character book called Retro. Oh, that was really cute. Weird, but cute. A Nordic noir. The Healer, actually, and then I read whatever that author was, because I'm terrible with names. I then read a whole pile, like, I don't know, all of them I could find by that author. I was impressed by that work. Includes a funeral, a year in the day. Sends you down a rabbit hole. Wait a minute. The Girl with the Gifts. Is this on here twice? Uh-oh. See, this is why I need to read this. Because maybe. I'll double check my next list. Maybe. I put a book on 2 different things, in which case it's still free now. Set in a workplace, a book called The Temps, which also, again, is another pandemic book. A band book, I read Genderqueer, which, whatever. Did not seem like it was worth all of the hated hype. I mean, it was a what you call it, basically a comic book. Chapters, wow, I have 2 of this on here twice. Chapters have cliffhangers. I put down Retro. Oh no. What have I done? I think I might have to read some more books real quick before the end of the year. An Enemy to Lovers plot. In the Lives of Puppets. That author, unbelievably cute. I mean, I guess, well, actually, technically, 100%. What am I talking about? It's about a, I guess you'd call it a robot that was, it was programmed to kill all human beings. And then one got, basically thrown in the trash and decommissioned and fell in love with a human. So I would, yeah. I mean, a different kind, I'm sure, than what was put on this list for, but hey, it fits a qualification. A book everyone has read, I'm Glad My Mom Died. That was a harsh book. It was about, it was a biography about a girl who was totally abused by her mother. Wild. I mean, why would I read a book like that? I don't know. The first word in the book is the. Actually, really hard to find that book, believe it or not. Who would have thought that starting a book with the word the is not common, but it's not. Anyway, it's a book called White Noise. What else is on this list before I go to the next one? Related to the word murder is Desert Star, published in 2023. There were multiples, of course. I put in here the book Hellbent. Time in the title. I said 0 days. I mean, day, that kind of, the entire thing of this is that it's difficult to find books that fit the qualification. Outside your comfort zone, Big Swiss. Yeah. It was about a woman who was dating somebody who Okay, her job was a transcriptionist as a therapist. So she, the guy just recorded his things and she transcribed it and then, gave him the transcription. And she started dating one of his clients and was like hearing everything that was said in the therapy session. I was like, oh, this is not cool. Definitely outside my comfort zone. An anthology, Out There, includes a map. Ninth House. Yeah, that one was cute. About a tough choice. The Survivalist. Is that on here twice too? Well, no, they're all the same. Another one of these pandemic books. Everybody had to write their version of the same thing. Debut novel, The Sleepless. Again, another pandemic story as far as I'm concerned. Focusing on cooking or baking. The Golden Spoon. Adorable. It was like basically a fictionalized sort of Great British Baking show that and it was like the people who were in the contestants. The contestants, I can actually speak of a Great British Baking Show type show. All right, the rest of my reading challenge, which it apparently I'm going to have to wait a minute. Oh, that's on two different things. Okay, a city or country in the name. Okay. I have to take a breath before I read this one. The Meritocracy Trap. How American Foundations how America's foundational myth feeds inequality, dismantles middle class, and devours the elite. Bit of a pretentious title there. Takes place in the 1920s. I read a book called Quicksand, published posthumously at Confederacy of Dunces. I read that book too quickly. It's supposed to be hilarious, and I was just like not finding it that funny. But I was also exhausted, and I read it very, very fast. A book set in Australia, a book called Blueback, which was about a fish that was sort of like befriended by somebody. Features the seven deadly sins, the things we do to our friends. That was kind of a messed up book. I mean, obviously. Written by a Caribbean author, 1 Year of Ugly. That was wild. That was about people who had been, they were like illegally in a country that was not the United States. And that they had been basically blackmailed by a criminal into housing other people who were illegally in the country, and it was interesting. A typographic cover, Everything is Not Fine. Alliterative title, Big Bets, which is actually a nonfiction, bizarro, kind of lame. Anyway, Newbery Award winner, Hello Universe, includes a funeral, A Year to the Day. Final book in the series. This one I also cheated on. I put in Holly by Stephen King, which I actually doubt. First of all, it's not directly a series, but rather repeating character. And I really doubt he's done writing about her. But anyway, written by a comedian. Hello Molly, a memoir. Also very, very sad. The other one, wait a minute. What was the other one by, oh no, I said she wasn't a comedian. She was the one about the girl that wrote about her abusive background. She wasn't a comedian. She was just an actress. Anyway, set in Dublin at Swim, Two Boys. A book by Octavia E. Butler, Parable of the Talents. pretty good, actually. I was impressed. I had never actually read anything by her. Featuring pirates, The Scar. And features a circus, the first bright thing. Now, what was the one that I had on here twice? Why would I do that? I think there were two of them, right? One was retro. Yeah, retro is on here twice. And A Girl with All the Gifts. So, therefore, let me make a note here. Let me get a pen here. Somewhere I have a pen behind me. Okay, so then put in my notebook here, need to read Girl with All the Gifts. Sends down a rabbit hole. Or a dystopian. And the other one was retro. Fashionable character. Or the chapters have cliffhangers. I am actually writing this down. And the last one, the 52nd book, is to read a book by an author with the same name as yours. Which my name is not common, to say the least. So, well, no, there's one that's close, but other than that, there's no one with my name out there. And by the way, please, if you know who I am, please don't dox me by giving me suggestions about who I should read. You know, I know it's helpful, but just think, if I'm the one and only then with my name, then I really don't need everybody in the entire universe to know it. I know I started that whole series at the beginning of the year where I was talking about all the books that I had read. And again, it wasn't all the books. That's not all of them. There were tons more, but those are the ones for this challenge. Let me see what else. How about my travels? Because like last year I was traveling a lot. This year, not so much. This year, let's see, I bought a car, and I finished the dental surgery, and I actually have a tooth now. Finally, let's see. January, no trips. February, no trips. March, I did actually go places, believe it or not. March. No trips. April, no trips. Just lots and lots and lots of medical stuff this year. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't be looking through these books. May. Does it count if I went out of town to do get an award ceremony from work? I don't think so. June. Still nothing. But July is a different matter. Wait, am I wrong? Or was it June? It was in June. In June, I did take a trip. I went to Rhode Island to see all those wild houses, those massive mansions, and, you know, like where Taylor Swift lives. And actually went to a very fancy schmancy flower and garden show that I was comped to go to. And then I went to Connecticut and I saw Tears for Fears. That was pretty wild. Reliving my childhood. In July, what did I do in July? appointments. Oh God, I really did do a lot of medical things this year. In August, medical crap, nothing good. In September, ooh, I see a packing list. In September, basically I was informed that I had to take vacation time then because we were losing people at work. So I was like, okay, I've got to do something. I took my kid to Disney World, but we only went to Magic Kingdom because that's both of ours. Well, I think my son kind of likes Epcot better, but Epcot had crowds and rides and all that. Animal Kingdom is like a giant park you walk around. Then he also went to meet a friend of his that he had met online. And I went to Halloween Horror Nights. And I had a great time at that. And actually ran into other people on YouTube and stuff like that. Okay, so that was September. In October, nothing. Again, more medical. In November, nothing. And in December, nothing. That's it. Really bad year for travel. But, and I said I was going to go to Australia this year, which did not happen. Not at all. Instead, again, I bought a car and I bought my tooth, and I worked a lot. And I did a lot of medical stuff. And basically, I've been looking at a lot of things to travel next year. I've got 4 trips I'm looking at. I still have medical crap, though. It's really annoying. It's really annoying getting older. And having to deal with medical crap left and right. Oh well, right? Quit whining. But yeah, that is my annual review that nobody asked for. And a half-made puzzle that I put together in 2 seconds flat. So I think I will end it. I mean, there's more. I'm sure there's always more stuff that I could talk about, but you know, in the year. But more or less, that's what I talk about in this channel. So that's a recap of the stuff that I talk about in this channel for my year. So a lot of work, a lot of medical stuff, and that's about it. And hopefully next year I'll have more sort of adventurous things, and we'll be able to put videos. And I hope I've been recording the whole time. My goodness, if I hadn't been, that would be wild. So I'll end the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.